The world's largest machines. The world's largest machines make everyone admire them. Welcome back to the Top 10 Mysteries channel. Today we are going to bring you the biggest machines, known as the iron monsters in the industry. When you use it, you can feel the productivity is excellent and the price to pay is also very expensive. In short, what machines are they? What shape and power they are? You have to watch the video 9 largest giant machines in the world. What are you waiting for? Let's come to the first machine. The only iron monster in the world. China is known as the country of bridges, such as Nanjing and Tianjin bridges. How to build those giant bridges? The main secret is the machine they use to call the only super product in the world, Kunlun. Owning a length of 40 meters, a height of 9.3 meters, a weight of 967 tons and more than 15,000 assembly parts, it can lift and transport a 1,000-ton bridge box. The process begins when it carries the beam from the edge of the bridge to the installation site and connects to the preset pillar. Then, using a pneumatic structure, the machine is anchored to the first pillar to gradually shift to the second pillar, and so on until it is completed. The important thing is that the machine is designed to be able to adapt to extremely cold weather conditions of 20 degrees Celsius or hot 40-50 degrees Celsius. Plus, a radar laser sensor automatically fine-tune parameters to suit light and air conditions and adjust deviations during construction and installation. It is estimated that Kunlun can help each construction project save about 20% of costs and increase the speed of erection by 25%. In June 2020, Kunlun was put into operation to build the 15-kilometer-long Meizhou Bridge, a part of a 277.42 kilometers high-speed railway line running through 8 stations, with a total investment of about 7.25 billion USD. This is the project that faces the most challenges in construction due to complex geological conditions, strong winds and sea waves, and large temperature differences between day and night. Only this machine is capable of doing it. Next is NASA's rocket vehicle, which sets a world record with a huge scale. NASA's rocket carriage sets a world record. Have you ever wondered, how do people transport missiles? Here, Crawler Transporter 2, used to transport rockets to the launch site and put the space shuttle into space, was officially awarded NASA by the Guinness World Records Organization on March 29, 2023, with the certificate of the world's heaviest autonomous vehicle. True to the title, it weighs 3,300 tons, so you can easily imagine that it must be the size of 1,000 pickup trucks, or the size of 15 statues of the American Statue of Liberty. The crawler is 8 meters tall and capable of carrying 9,000 tons, like a moving building. On February 18, 2022, the crawler was practiced carrying the world's most powerful SLS missile, possessing unrivaled propulsion, traveling a distance of more than 6 kilometers to the launch pad. Because it is too heavy, the machine can only travel at a speed of 1.6 km/h, taking about 10 hours to arrive. The mission is not over. It also supports Artemis 2, carrying NASA's first astronaut to the moon in more than 50 years. After all, new one in, no old one out, and this is an improved version of the old one. The predecessor is 40 meters long, 35 meters wide, with a maximum load of 6,000 tons, and the weight is smaller when it weighs only 2,700 tons. It uses up to 16 engines and 30 operators, the most fuel efficient when it uses almost 300 liters of diesel per kilometer. 8 crawlers weigh 900 kg, each with 57 links. This car has 16 traction engines, each powered by 4 generators with a capacity of 1,000 kilowatts and 2 diesel engines with a capacity of 2,650 horsepower. Of course, the price to pay is very expensive, 14 million USD to buy this machine. Do you know what the largest airplane in human history looks like? It's in the next part of the video. The largest airplane in human history, the Antonov An-225 Mriya, is not an ordinary transport aircraft. Its mission is to carry spacecraft. Of course, the size is not normal. It has a wingspan of up to 88 meters. When parked on the runway, Mriya is like a giant mother bird with a Boeing chick standing next to him. It was so large that the hangar didn't have enough room to cover the fuselage even during the inauguration. Not to mention that the takeoff weight of the Antonov An-225 Mriya is 710 tons. The capacity capacity to hold 250 tons of cargo, carry 16 containers or 80 cars. In November 2004, the International Aviation Federation, FAI, included the An-225 in the Guinness Book of Records with 240 records, giving Antonov Aviation the honor. On June 11, 2010, the An-225 carried the world's longest air cargo of two 42.1-meter-long test wind turbines from Tianjin, China, to Skridstrup, Denmark, flying up to an altitude of 10,750 meters with a distance of 1,000 kilometers. Continuing its career on August 11, 2009, the An-225 transported a generator for a gas power plant in Armenia, along with its loading frame. In terms of achievements, standing at number 2, no one dares to receive number 1. Each flight hour is 1 hour expensive because it consumes more than 20 tons of fuel per hour, equivalent to $6,800 USD. Therefore, it is only used in orders with the most stringent requirements. That's why the An-225 is lonely, because no one has created a second plane as big as it. Can you pull the youth back? Of course not, but the next tractor pulls a lot of things. World's largest tractor. Born in 1977 in Montana, USA, the world's largest tractor, Big Bud 16V747, weighs 48 tons with a capacity of 1,100 horsepower, used for the purpose of pulling large trees and plowing deep to turn the land on large estates. The machine is 8.5 meter long, 6.4 meters wide, and 4.3 meters high. One feature that no one has redone is that they have used a set of 2.4 meters diameter tires for 43 years, and by 2020, they will replace 8 Goodyear LSW 1400 She30R46 tires, which are the largest agricultural tires in the world today. With a cost of $300,000 USD, the owner had to spend a lot of money to dare to invest in this machine. Normally, the fuel tank capacity of a tractor will fall in the range of 400–600 liters, but the Big Bud 16V747 has a capacity of 3,785 liters, plus the Detroit Diesel 16V92T engine and all equipment such as air conditioning, heater, wipers, body seats. If you are a machine-savvy person, evaluate this machine's credibility, whether it is worth the money or not. Hitachi EX8000 excavator. The Hitachi EX8000 is known as the tycoon in the excavator industry. Its 30 cubic meter bucket handles the same amount of rock as 11 trucks with a load of 5 tons. The EX8000 has a height of almost 10 meters, weighs over 825 tons, equivalent to 26 Russian T-90 tanks, plus 2 super large crawlers. Therefore, to be able to control this giant excavator, the excavator driver needs to work with 4 cameras placed at angles that the driver cannot see. Conventional excavators are equipped with only one diesel engine of about 6 cylinders, but to keep the Hitachi EX8000 running, it is equipped with up to 2 Cummins QSKT60C engines, each engine for a maximum power of 1,450 kW. Its one working cycle can shovel up to 60 tons of stones of all kinds. Besides, everyone knows that coal mines and quarries have an extremely terrible amount of toxic smog, but the EX8000 is equipped with air conditioning and a standard dust purifier. You just need to spend money to buy, the rest is for this machine to do. Land-based cranes are old, but now when using underwater cranes, you have to set a record to accept them. Crane ship leads lifting record. 20,000 tons is a pretty large number when it comes to the lifting capacity of the semi-submersible crane SSCV Sleipnir, named after the 8-legged horse ridden by Odin in Norse mythology. This crane was manufactured in 2019, built in Singapore. Sleipnir is currently the world's largest crane, succeeding the previous SSCV Thialf. Of course, it does not operate on the ground. Accordingly, there are 2 rotary cranes on the ship, each with a load of 10,000 tons, operating in parallel with each other, which can lift the weight equivalent to 20,000 cars. The deck area is 220 meters long and 102 meters wide. When the crane is fully extended, it can reach a height of 220 meters, which is 20 meters higher than the 55-story Marina Bay Sands Tower. Along with that is the slewing system, which uses the world's largest bearing with a diameter of 30 mm. An indispensable part is 8 support columns with floating buoys underneath that are streamlined to reduce water resistance. One thing that has been involved in the drama with Vietnam is the Chinese oil rig, but I saw the oil rig with my own eyes, and I also saw it really badly. China's mega oil rig. The oil rig named Lam Kin, Blue Whale, with the ability to drill 15,000 meter deep, suck 14 million tons of oil per day, withstand a level 12 storm, has just been launched, which has made engineers of other countries worship China. They have a height of 118 meters, equivalent to the height of a 30-40 story building, along with a width of 927 meters and a weight of 42,000 tons, which is as big as anyone. Specifically, it has a maximum operating water depth of 3,658 meters and a maximum drilling depth of 15,250 meters, operating in every sea in the world where there are oil fields hiding at a depth of over 3,000 meters. Lam Kin exploits 14 million tons of oil per day, supplying the operation of 70,000 vehicles. A Chinese newspaper said that if the Haiduong 981 drilling rig is likened to an iPhone 6, Lam Kin has been upgraded to an iPhone 7. To do that, the rig must carry 370 large steel pipes, each tens of meters long, and a total length of electrical cables up to 200 km. The price is not cheap, 700 million USD. That money buys 145,133 bowls of the most expensive PHO in the world, for each bowl costs 4,800 USD. Moreover, this rig also uses 5G technology as a highlight, marking the world's first remote-controlled 5G drilling rig. They are equipped with a DP3 dynamic navigation system, which helps protect against wind and waves. Even if a level 12 storm comes, it will not shift more than 11 meters, and the accuracy of the error is no more than 2 degrees. Does your house have a vacuum cleaner? And our video has a vacuum cleaner that can be used all over the world. Close-up of the giant machine sucking up mud on the sea. The Dutch dredger Queen of the Netherlands stunned the world with its enormity and grandeur with a tonnage of nearly 60,000 tons. The ship is 230.21 meters high and 32 meters wide. The ship's culverts are 6 meters wide and can be dredged from 160 meters deep. It has dredging equipment that can remove almost all kinds of materials such as clay, mud, sand, rock, so it is honored as the world's largest floating sludge cleaner. The ship has worked for various projects in the Netherlands, Singapore, China, port construction in Busan, South Korea, Dubai. No less outstanding is the giant ship Batuta sucking sand in the South China Sea. It has a length of 138.5 meters, a width of 26 meters, and a tonnage of 8,626 tons. The ship is a combination of a series of modern machines tasked with sucking sand in the deep sea. The daily work is to suck sand from the seabed, pump it onto a barge to transport the mud dumped into an area located in an offshore location, which has been planned. Next, on the two sides of the Batuta are 2 barges with a tonnage of 2,500 tons. Finally, with excellent productivity when operating 8 hours a day, and can fill 50 barges, with each trip being 2,500 blocks of mud. On board, there are a total of 41 crew members from other countries and 15 Vietnamese workers on board. Of course, this ship is located in the Formosa Super Project in Ha Tin, Vietnam, hired by a Taiwanese investor to hire a reputable contractor from the Kingdom of Belgium. Finally, it is the most massive coal transmission tape of the era. Giant coal mining conveyor bridge. Overburden conveyor bridge F60 boasts the world's largest coal mining conveyor bridge made by Germany. They are 60 meters high, more than half a kilometer long, and 502 meters long with 760 wheels. Especially weighing up to 13,600 tons, it is one of the heaviest land vehicles ever built, only behind the giant rotary bucket excavator Bagger 293 with a weight of 14,200 tons. From a distance, it looks like a horizontal Eiffel Tower. Talking about massiveness, F60 rarely has any competitors of the same class. It reaches its maximum operating capacity with an output of 29,000 tons 3H, equivalent to about 50,000 tons of soil and rock. In other words, equal to the mass of the size of a football field with a depth of 7 to 8 meters. It means that it only takes 1 hour for the entire football field to be empty. To have that power, they are equipped with up to 9 types of large format conveyors with a transmission speed of 10 ms, and the maximum operating speed of the whole machine is 30 km/h. This is also the youngest of 5 conveyor bridges of similar size built in the period 1969-1991. 4 of them are still operating at the brown coal mines in Lower Lusatia, while F60 is the only one to be retired, becoming a popular attraction. video is over. Thank you for watching. If you love videos, please like and subscribe to the channel to receive the latest discovery announcements of Top 10 Mysteries. For now, say goodbye and see my dear audience again in the next video.
With